Hey, this is my compilation of the important rounds for the Hyundai Genesis GT Series. In this video, I'm going to take you through all the key rounds to win the Hyundai Genesis legendary car. It's a GT series that has 3 qualifying events and 3 challenges. 1 open challenge for everybody to join, 1 finals challenge where you need 1 token from the events, and 1 triple crown challenge where you need 3 tokens from the events. The main car up for grabs is this RQ104 Hyundai Genesis PM580, which is an amazing looking car with all surface tyres, 4-wheel drive. Some great stats. I think it's going to be pretty game changing. It's actually quite crazy that we can get it from a GT series. As well as that, I'm going to get a chance to win the Ford F-150 Raptor, which unfortunately I already have, the Chrysler Firepower, which is an Ultra, I already have, and the Mazda Shinari Super Rare, which I also have. I will definitely take a second off-road Epic though, so that's quite good. This is all about the Hyundai though. Okay, before we start any challenges, let me show you what the criteria is and what cars I have. So the criteria is motorsport and muscle cars, 2-seater plus. My garage is pretty good in this category. I've got an amazing Lancia ECV, which has a couple of upgrades in it. I have quite a lot of good off-road cars that have handling upgrades. I've also got a couple of really good dragsters with top speeds. The blue Dodge, the white Dodge. I've got a BMW in drag spec, BMW M3 in drag spec and in 233. I've got the red Dodge Challenger in drag spec. I've got a couple of Radicals maxed, Caterham, Ford Escort, Holdens, all this good stuff. I should be fine. I'm not expecting any trouble at all with this challenge. What I'm missing is some of the pretty top-end Radical type stuff. Obviously there's quite a lot of off-roaders in this pack. It's a really good pack actually. I would really like to pull the Opel or the Lancia. There's a Peugeot that I would like, an Epic Peugeot. And that Dodge Charger Ultra, I would really like to get hold of that. So hopefully the packs will pay out one of those cars. Before we start, let's open the carbon fibre pack, which is in the store for $9.99 gold. It's a good deal. As I've just said, there's a lot of great cars at the top end. Although I have most of the stuff that I need for the challenge, it would be great to pull one of those awesome legendaries. So let's open this reduced price carbon fibre. Here we go. Nissan, Holden, Renault, Ford Mustang and a Citroen DS3 off-road tyres. I will keep that. I like to have duplicates of these off-road cars and that is a good car. Let's go straight into the first challenge, which is the GT Open. It is 5 tickets per day. I've already played the first 5. At round 6 you will get an aluminium. At round 12 you will get a ceramic. And at round 21 you will get the Mazda Super Rare. 5 tickets per day. It's going to take a while to go through this, but let's get on with round 6 for that aluminium pack. These are the cars I've worked out work. Not a difficult challenge. I've got all of those cars at that lower end and they're all pretty much maxed. As you can see, I've picked stuff that matches, like this Plymouth Duster, which is maxed. My Opel Manta will have no trouble against the Mitsubishi truck. My Holden will win, yep, twisty circuit, 80 points. And this is a car match again for the Ford. 306 points, 3 stars. Let's see what's in this aluminium pack. You can pull good stuff from an aluminium. Ford, Suzuki, TVR, Peugeot and it's a Ford Torino Cobra. Okay, let's get straight on with round 12 for the ceramic pack. It's nice to use this orange Chevrolet again. It's been a while. That wins on track 1. Race 2, I have my Jaguar C-Type, which wins on the twisty circuit. My second Jaguar C-Type is okay, yep, on the G-force test. My Mercury wins the drag. And my second Max Chevrolet Camaro wins on the last race. Okay, ceramic, let's see what we can get. Here we go. Mercury, Oldsmobile, Pontiac, Hummer, and a Holden. I thought they were all going to be American there. Then we got that Holden. Okay, so that's all fuse material. Let's jump straight into the last round for this super rare. These are the cars I've worked out work. It's a pretty easy round, plenty of RQ to play with. On the first race, my Lancia wins no trouble at all, 91 points. Second track is karting, and the Ford wins no problem over the Holden. Indoor karting for the Peugeot is no trouble at all. My Dodge Charger super rare beats the Camaro. And my Peugeot just absolutely outclasses the Ford Mustang. Right, Mazda. There's the Mazda. It's just a normal super rare. Let's go in the fuse pile. So as I said at the beginning, there are 3 qualifying events that are associated with this challenge, this GT series. They come one day apart, which is awesome. They're 2-day events. Let's get into the GT series Quals 1 and build our hand. Okay, as per the previous one, the top 25 people get a carbon fibre, which is really good. Nice and generous. You've got to play 30 tickets. What we've got track-wise is a bit of test bowl, quite a bit of wet drag, and some dry stuff as well. It's a big mix, really. But quite a lot of it is drag-based, even if it's wet drag. So because of the test bowl and the long drags, I'm taking my Nissan. Although it's only 111, I've got a Nissan Primera price car, drag spec Suzuki C2 for the drags. I've got a 323 Suzuki, and I've got the Subaru Legacy for the wet stuff, making up the RQ. Let's play. Get out of it. Okay, let's not play. So this is the new thing Hutch are doing. It's really annoying. It's a bad idea. I need to swap a few cars out. Bear with me. Okay, let's play. So the RQ49 Super Rare is always going to go on the wet tracks. It's probably going to lose most of them because I think most people are going to take a higher RQ car. My Nissan goes on the long drag, and my drag spec Suzuki C2 goes on the drag. It's 332. Most people have it at 323, so it's going to win all of those drags throughout the whole event. It's going to be a big asset to me. My Skyline just has a bigger twisty number, bigger handling number. That wins as well. My Nissan Primera isn't known for being a dragster, but it still does the job. This Mazda is inevitably going to lose. Yep, 50 points. That's okay though, because my Suzuki drag spec will win this. There you go. Good. 2 stars. Right, we're in a bracket of 123 people. We're 47th after 1 win. That's 123 out of 300. The top guys have played 8 and 6 in that region, so it's not a particularly old bracket anyway. Let's play again. Right, okay, long drive for Nissan. Super Rare goes on the wet, and Suzuki on the drag. Okay, Okay, my Nissan gets 75 points. My Suzuki drag spec wins against their Mazda. My touring car loses badly. Oh, it's a wet track. What am I doing, man? What am I doing? That's a wet track. Okay, so yeah, this might not be a win for me. The problem is that has affected my ghost hand now that other people play. I'll have to try and fix it as soon as I can. So race 5 is my Mazda and it loses. So I've lost that by 2 points because of that stupid car placement. Never mind, let's do it again and hope we get that track set again so I can correct the mistake. In the meantime, we have this track set, which is short drag in the wet, long drag for the Nissan parking lot. Yeah, he's not upgraded as Suzuki, so my drag spec can go on that parking lot. Okay, so 0 to 60, I lose. This Mazda is just there to lose, I think. Race 2 is my Suzuki, which is max drag spec, but theirs is not upgraded at all. Round 3, the long drag is great for the Nissan road car. Round 4 is twisty enough that my touring car wins. And round 5 is not really a problem for my Nissan Skyline. Good. 2 more stars. We're back up to 52. That loss really hit us in the table, but that's okay. We've got plenty of time to make it up again. Let's go again. Right, this is the one with the test bowl. So that's the place where my Nissan is going to shine. Also get that Suzuki on that Tokyo drag. This should be okay. We're going to get enough from that test bowl, I think, to make this a good win. Tokyo loop just loses to the Epic. Round 2, here we go. Test bowl. It's going to be over 100. 100 and 141. That's good numbers. Okay, my Suzuki wins easily. 78. This Mazda always loses. In race 5 should be no trouble for my touring car. Yep, it's just a better car. And it's a high RQ, so it should be a better car. Okay, we're in 39th. Got one more ticket to go. Okay, this is the test bowl one again. Let's find someone who's got a low car on the test bowl. That Mazda is going to be a problem to me. There'll be a few that have the Mazda. I'm not sure about the AutoZam as a car. Here we go. This guy has a low top speed on the test bowl and he has an unupgraded Tokyo drag, so we should be good. Right, Nissan Primera will likely lose. Yep, it should lose. That's a much better race car. He has. My Nissan will get, it was 140 something, wasn't it? 147. Okay. My Suzuki should win this comfortably. My Mazda wins this. Okay, good. So it's won something. Excellent. Right, race 5. Nissan Skyline should be okay. And that has got us 2 stars and has put us in 29th. So that's our tickets done for now. We will go away and return later to do some more tickets. Okay, we're back with 4 hours to go. I'm in 13th. The bracket has 293 people in it. It did fill up. It's emptying again. And you know what that means? That means there's an update available. So when there's an update available from the Google Play Store, The people who update and then play again create a new bracket with those people who update in and leave the people who don't update behind. So at the moment I've been left behind. I'm going for it though. I always update straight away. It's a tactical discussion to be had whether you update straight away or you stay behind, because obviously as the bracket empties you get moved up the table automatically without playing. If you go across and update, you get a fairly empty bracket with the people who have updated, and some of them will be weaker hands than you and you'll be able to hit them and climb the table before the other people who are better than you come across with the update. It's all a bit tactical. You have to work it out yourself really whether it's worth updating or waiting until after the event. Okay, so I ran the update. The bracket split for all of my events. It's done me favours. Certainly in the GT Quals 1 I am now, after playing a few tickets, up in the top tier. It's a result because I was getting tier 3. I was top 25, possibly bordering on top 10. But this has meant that the competition has been a lot less and I am able to hopefully maintain a top 3 position. With 6 minutes to go, let's play my remaining 3 tickets. Okay, this person has not got a drag spec C2 and he's put his fast car on Ocean Highway. So I should be okay. Just depends on the other tracks what happens here. 0 to 60 I lose 80 points. Skip ahead. 214 to 151. That's okay. I'm in first now. Play again. With 6 minutes to go, I haven't got time to watch all the races for the videoing. So we will just pick a guy and play and skip and repeat. Right, okay, here we go. Nissan versus their Mazda will lose. Hopefully not badly. 75. Okay, skip ahead. 150, we just won. Excellent. Okay, one more ticket needed to play to get the top tier, and that is my minimum 30 played. Let's play Mitch because he's got the Nissan on the test bolt. I'll put my better Nissan there. Throw away my super rare. And fill in the rest. Okay, Nissan Skyline should win this Tokyo Loop. It does. Let's skip. Good, that's a win. And that is all 30 tickets played that I need to play to get a top tier. I wasn't expecting it to get a top tier, that's why it's so close. With 3 minutes to go, I just played the last ticket. Okay, let's get the results. Here we go. Score 50, which means I got tier 1, which is a good result. That extra gold and extra cash is all because of the update. Thank you, update. Here we go. Mazda, Dodge, Ford, Pontiac, and a Ford. An Australian Ford Ultra. Load of cash, load of gold. And importantly, that's the key to get into the finals. Let's run straight into Quals 2, which is running a day behind it. It's using the New Beginnings cars. Again, top 25 get a carbon fibre. The tracks are a bit more complicated. There's a few in here that look like they're mixed tracks, but they're not really mixed tracks. They're really just wet tracks. So I'm going with the Mitsubishi Lancer, which is now 123. One of my viewers on YouTube told me to upgrade it, so I started to upgrade it. Then I've got my Mazda. I've got my Audi at 111. I've got a Holden, which is filling in the RQ range. And I've got my Audi all-surface tyres for the off-road stuff. Let's play this guy. The Audi is always going on the gravel and the dirt. The standard tyre four-wheel drive car always goes on the wet. And we fill in the rest as well as we can win. This Audi should win. Yep, it does. Good. This Mazda should easily win. Yes, it does. This Holden Oh, good. Holden wins. Yes, it's got higher handling. But yes, good. Now, my Mitsubishi doesn't have much of a top speed, but because of its stats, it's 0 to 60 and its handling, it does really well. And this Audi is just pretty good. Good, easy win. Okay, we're 97th. 95th now. Right, out of 263, so it's a pretty mature bracket I've joined. 263 people. The top guy, a Knight Rider, is running 8 wins. Okay, let's go again then. Right, this is the one you got to think about. The Lumber Mill Rally is the definite off-road. The Ocean Slalom is mainly slalom, and we'll make sure we don't put the slick tyres on the other wet track. That's the important thing. This Lumber Mill Twisty circuit does have a bit of off-road at the end, but it's a straight bit of off-road. It doesn't matter to anything. You learn that after a while that slick tyres do great on that track. This standardised four-wheel drive should do brilliantly, even though it's up against, yes it does, even though it's up against an off-roader, because most of it's not off-road, that track. Race 3, the Holden against the Morgan. That Morgan is a good dragster. Yes, and it wins. That's okay. My Audi should have no trouble here. Flies off the line. It's a good car, that. It's my best car that I've not upgraded yet. And this Audi on the dirt should have no trouble at all. Yeah, 256. No trouble at all. Okay, 65th. Let's go again. This guy will do. I can put my upgraded Audi on there, put my standard tyres on the slalom, and yeah, fill in the rest. Good. This Holden will likely lose. Yes, it does. This will win because it's upgraded. This will win because it's got a massive handling number. This Audi will win just because it outclasses the Suzuki. And my Mitsubishi wins on the slalom wet. 3 stars. 48th. Fiat, Cash, and a Chrysler. Okay, let's go again. A lot of people are underplaying that off-road car, which is good. Excellent, so Audi wins, no trouble at all, 79 points. Mazda wins against the KTM. The Holden, yes, the Holden wins on the Lumber Mill Twisty against a four-wheel drive car. Audi should win again against the Hayabusa. 53. And the Mitsubishi on the wet beats the Bentley. 86, good, big numbers. 27th, let's get these cards. Cash, gold, and a Suzuki. Okay, we've got one more ticket to play. Let's get it played. I'm presuming the hands are going to get harder. Let's go with this guy. Motocross should be fine. Slalom should be fine. Twisty should win. Yeah, these all should win. Good. Audi beats the Lamborghini. My Audi all surface beats the Ford territory. My Holden is just better suited to the track. This Mazda hopefully will win. Yes, it does. Good. And my Mitsubishi should have no trouble at all. 106. Okay, that's 15th. 5 and 0. So we've got a day and 4 hours to go. I've got to play 25 tickets to get in the top. I'm not expecting to get tier 1, but I should get tier 2, top 10, I think, with my hand. It just depends on who's upgraded some of these legendaries that are knocking around. I'm back with just under 9 hours to go. I'm in tier 2, top 10. I need 3 more tickets to play to be in the top tier 1. However, I don't see that happening, so I'm not too worried about that, but I will probably play the tickets anyway. It's only 3 tickets in 9 hours. Top 10 is where I like to aim for in these qualifying events. So I discussed it earlier. When you do an update, the bracket splits. Obviously, Quals 1 and Quals 2 were both live at the same time, so Quals 2 bracket has split like Quals 1 bracket did. There's a few more people in this new bracket. I've got 68 out of the 300 are transferred across by doing the update. It has boosted me up a little bit in the playing numbers. I'm in 6th with just under 9 hours to go. I'm going to have to be pretty lucky with who has updated and who has not updated from my bracket to be able to get in that top 3. Certainly if everyone updates, I'm getting nowhere near it. Let's play a hand. Okay, so let's see who we've got around us. Let's go against this guy. My Audi against his Audi. My four-wheel drive Mitsubishi on the wet. And then we put the other ones where we can. That Holden needs to go on the lumber mill twisty mixed because my 2 slick cars won't survive. This Audi should be fine. The blue Audi beats the red Audi. I mean, it normally does anyway, but his is not upgraded. Let's skip ahead anyway. Let's go again. I'm a little bit worried about the red Ford Ranger. I think I'm going to try and stick with going against the guys who have all-surface tyre cars for that off-road and the gravel. I'm a bit worried. I could test it once, I suppose, but I'm a bit worried that I might lose a lot of points against a four-wheel drive off-road truck. Let's try it, I guess. Let's go against this guy. Audi should win with points, hopefully. 112, that should do okay. Let's skip ahead. Yeah, so we lost 81 on that. Maybe we didn't, of course. It's gravel. All surface tyres do okay on the gravel. Maybe I should have watched those. Oh well, never mind. We'll see. At least we know we're not losing hundreds. We'll go again. I'm definitely more scared of the motocross track with the off-road tyres. Let's go with this guy. It's nice when the tracks are lined like this. You've got one dirt, you've got one wet track. It doesn't take so much thinking. It'll be handy when the time's getting low just before the end. Okay, that's a big loss for the Holden, but we'll skip ahead. It's 1 star anyway. I'm up in 4th. I've played all the tickets I need to play. I don't see myself getting top tier. I don't need the top tier. It's extra gold, but I don't need it. Top 10 is perfectly good. I mean, top 25 is perfectly good. Okay, we've got results. As predicted, got top 10. That's a good result. Let's see what the pack gives us. Aston, Mazda, Hyundai, Chevrolet, and oh yeah, nice! That's new. I think that's really new. That is new. Awesome. Ford Mustang. Very pleased with that pack. Sometimes getting tier 2 pays off. Let's go straight into the GT Finals challenge. It's a 25 round challenge with 15 tickets per day, but because it's starting in the evening, the tickets will refresh tomorrow morning, so within about 20 hours you can get it all done. At round 10 you can pick up a ceramic, at round 20 you can get a carbon fibre, and at round 25 you pick up the wicked Hyundai. Look at it, it's an aggressive looking thing, isn't it? Okay, good. Let's see if we can get it. I have a very strong garage on this tag, so I think we should be fine. Let's jump straight into round 10 for the ceramic. These are the cars I've worked out to work. It's not a difficult challenge at this stage. Round 1, we've got my Opel. Wins easily against the Ford Mustang. Round 2, my AMC beats the Chevrolet. Round 3, my twisty Mazda beats their Chevrolet. It's a good car, that. Round 4, Ford Falcon beats their Ford Mustang. Round 5, my other twisty Mazda beats their Chevrolet Impala. 3 stars. There's the cash. Let's see what the pack brings us. Let's go. Nissan, Ford, Chrysler, Lamborghini and an Infiniti. Okay, nothing good there. Let's jump straight ahead to round 20 for the carbon fibre. It's starting to ramp up a little bit more. The difficulty level is increasing. We are now using epics and ultra rares. This is what I think will do it. My Lancia should have no trouble against their Lancia because it's just a far better car. Yep, good win. Dodge Challenger just beats the Camaro. My Peugeot has 4-wheel drive, so it's good in the wet. My Camaro just outpowers their Holden. My Dodge Charger just beats the Ford FPV. Nice. Okay, let's see what this carbon fibre has for us. Give us something good. Come on, come on. Mazda, Abarth, Hyundai, Holden, and a Mazda, RQ63 Mazda. Okay, that's fused material. This has not been a difficult challenge. We will just skip straight to round 25. This round is for the prize car, the Hyundai Genesis RQ104 all-surface tyre 4-wheel drive monster. I'm running the Lancia ECV, 2 great American drag cars, the Twisty Radical and an off-roader on the city streets. Lancia ECV brings it in easily against the Holden. My Challenger overpowers it, even though they had a better handling figure. My red Challenger powers through 58 points. The Radical is a good light twisty car. It just picks up the win against their off-road Citroen. And race 5, my Peugeot off-roader has no trouble on the city streets. Excellent, 3 stars. Let's see the car. Come on! There it is. Lovely. It's a good looking car. The Red Bull graphics really do make cars look good. Excellent, I'm really pleased with that. Really pleased with that. Let's go and hand it to the garage and upgrade it to 1 star. It's right at the top. I mean, 104, it would be right at the top. That's good, right. Let's upgrade. .5, 95 at 1 star. I think next time I can pick up some epic fuse, I might upgrade the handling, see if I can get it closer to 100. But I think it's a pretty good car with those stats. Would have been nicer if the 0 to 60 was a bit lower. I fear even with upgrade it's probably not going to get much lower. But a good car. Really, really pleased with it. From a GT series as well. That is a crazy good car. Remember last year when we used to get rubbish from a GT series that we never use? I'm going to use this car. So you think it's over, but it's not. We've got a Quals 3 and a Triple Crown coming up. This is the Quals 3. Again, top 25 get the carbon fibre pack. This is the track sets. There's a couple of city streets, a couple of drags. Pretty standard stuff. The biggest problem is the 150 mile an hour 2 drags on that third track set are going to cause us problems because the criteria are Citroën and Skoda. I'm starting off with this hand. I've got this Citroën Métis for the long drags. I've got my Citroën DS Numero 9 for the other long drag. I've got my Citroën C4 for one of the city streets. I've got my Citroën Zara for the other city streets. And I've got the Citroën C3 Max for the twisty stuff. I think it's a pretty good hand considering what you've got. Let's give it a try and see what we can do to improve it. So that 1 mile drag could be a problem. I don't think it's worth taking the bread van because of the other track sets. I don't think the bread van's going to be as good. $133 for the Zara. This Citroën C-Métis wins against the bread van on the 1 mile, even though the bread van's got a higher top speed. My Citroën C3 Max is good on the twisties. It's surprising how good the Citroën 2C Max is, actually. It's very light, I think. And my Citroën C4 beats the Citroën Zara, so it's always good to have a better car than the other car you've got. Because I can either put my Citroën Zara against it and get a draw, or I can put my better car, my C4, against it and get a win out of that and put my Zara on it. You know what I mean. Let's go again anyway. Let's play the 5 tickets and see where we can land. 2 city streets and a slalom. There's not a lot of choice in where you put stuff. It shouldn't take too much thinking. My DS wins. My Citroën C4 has no trouble. That's a big win. 166 against the Visa. Again, a lot of people have this C2 Max, which just doesn't beat the C3. My Zara will have no trouble against the DS3 Racing. Yep, good win. Race 5. This is an interesting one. That's powering on quite a lot. It's quite a good car, I think, for a super rare. Okay, 366, 3 stars. So I'm 38th. Pick up my gold, my car, and my cash. 39th out of 145 out of 300. Let's go again. Right, this is the long, difficult ones. So we've got 0 to 150 and 50 to 150. It's going to be a bit of a test, really, to see what the best cars are. There's that RQ46 car again. It might be a good thing to take. Right, so on the 150, I'm losing to the bread van with my Citroën DS Numero 9. Maybe that hasn't got any kind of MOA anymore. I guess not. My Zara gets 100 points anyway. Citroën C3 Max wins again. Surprised people don't have that. I pulled so many of them. Citroën C4 gets 123 points. And this is the one I want to watch. Yeah, that's hanging on. That might be a better car to take over my DS Numero 9. I'll have a think about it. But at the moment we're doing fine, so we don't need to worry about it. Let's play these last 2 tickets, then we'll consider what we're going to do when we've got some new tickets refreshed. Let's go again. This is the one that's got a bit more drag to it. No city streets. This is the one that takes a bit of thought, but I should still be okay. Maybe change that up. Yeah. Yeah, this Citroën Zara I think isn't bad as a dragster, if I recall. Don't quote me on that. I don't really remember, but I think it's okay. My C3 beats the C2. My Matiz beats the DS3 Racing. Right, let's see what the Zara does. Yeah, Zara's okay. It's beating that Citroen DS5. That's good to know. My DS beats their DS because it's maxed. Race 5. We've got my Citroen C4. Should be no trouble at all. Okay, good. That's 3 stars. Car, cash, and another car. 1 ticket to play. Okay, let's have a look. See what's at the top. Oh, right. So this guy at the top has a Citroen GT RQ104 with a massive top speed, which is a prize car. I don't know anything about it. It must have been before my time. That's interesting. There's a couple of them. Yeah, that's going to be a problem, I suspect. That will keep me out the top 3. I did not know about that car. Okay, we'll hit this guy and see how we go. My Citroen wins. Race 2, my Zara should be okay. Yeah, my Zara wins on the city streets. Slalom test, my C3 beats the C2, we know that. Citroen C4 Legendary beats the Ultra Rare, 89 points. Right, so there you go, yeah. So that could be conclusive that I need to take that RQ46 Super Rare instead of my Citroen DS Numero 9. Let's have a look and see if we can do that next time we play some tickets. 250 Corvette, and that's it. We're in 10th, 5 played, but there's a lot of people with 5 tickets played, so we're not really in 10th. We could be anywhere in that range. 150 people in the bracket, 22 hours to go. Right, we've got 13 and a half hours to go. I'm in 13th. I'm really struggling against the legendary prize car that everyone else seems to have. Certainly a lot of the top 10 and a few people lower than the top 10 do seem to have it. I've decided to put the Citroen DS5 in. It does seem better on the drags. I have a 323 version of it. Let's bet it in, let's give it a run. Okay, this guy should be no trouble at all. The other people that don't have that legendary on the drags, I can match them because they're all running the 2 cars that I now have. Let's skip ahead, that's a win. 1 star, puts me in 11th. I don't see myself getting top 10. Let's just run again. Yeah, you see, now we're back in the area with the Citroen GT, which I just can't beat on any of those drags. It's a shame. The long drags, the 1 mile drag, and the one with the 0 to 50, it just gets so many points. Luckily, I think my other 3 cars will bring me a win against the people who don't have the legendary as well. I'll just have to keep hitting them and hope I can scrape into the top 10. Top 25 is okay though. I'm okay with top 25. This should be okay. Two city streets will be okay, and the bread van is just got a high top speed. It hasn't really got much else to it. My new Citroen wins that, no problem. Let's skip ahead, 173 to 0. I'm in 4th. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to climb, they're going to knock me back down. I'm going to climb, they're going to knock me back down. It just depends on when it finishes. whether I've climbed or I've been knocked down, I guess. I guess if you've got this far in the video and you know where that Citroen GT comes from, you could maybe put it in the comments for me. It's not a car I know about, so I'm guessing it's pre my era. That's another 1-star win. That puts me in second. I've just come back just to show you what I'm doing. I'm upgrading my spare DS5 drag spec. And that might just give me the edge slightly to stay in the top 10. It's not a problem to me. I have some cash and I have a lot of rares, so I can do that no trouble. Right, we're back with the action. 8 hours later, it's all fused up. Just got to go in and add the cash, and then we'll run a couple of races, and hopefully all will be good. So drag spec 332 is 4.8. Let's run it through and see if it's good. I have noticed a few more drag spec versions of it turning up. What it does mean is, if I have to, I can swap them over because I don't have a drag spec of the other Citroen. So I'll get a loss and a win, they'll cancel each other out, like this. See what I mean? That's a loss, the other one will be a win. Track 2, my legendary wins. Race 3 is a draw. Race 4 I will win. 50 points. And race 5 I will win on this one. So that cancels out race 1. Get what I mean? Got it? We're okay. It's a good tactic. So I'm up in 7th. I guarantee you I'm not going to stay up here, but I'm going to climb for a bit, run a few tickets, and hopefully just before my time is up, I will be able to do the same thing again, because as soon as I get to a bit higher up in the top 10, I'm getting knocked back down again. There's too many hands with this good car in it. Like this one. However, I can beat the rest of this hand. Let's see if I can do it. Race 1 is a win because I have my drag spec car. Race 2 is a win for my Zara. Race 3 is a bad loss, but hopefully not too much. Yeah, 123. That's not too bad. The slalom is a win. And the last race should be okay. Yes. So I can beat some hands that have that legendary in it. There's not many of them though, to be fair. That's got me in 4th. I can't stress enough, I'm not staying up here. The majority of the hands in the top 10 can easily beat me if they put the cars on the right tracks. Okay, we're back with the results. I got tier 2. It's a good result. I snuck in at 8th, I think. Let's see what the pack gives us. Suzuki, Holden, Ford, and a Fiat off-roader. Cash and gold. Okay, that's all fused material, to be expected. So the final thing to do for this GT series is the Triple Crown. That third qualifier got us the token. At round 6 you can pick up a ceramic. At round 9 you can get the Chrysler Firepower, ultra rare. At round 12 you can pick up a carbon fibre pack. And at round 18 you can get the epic off-roader, the Ford F-150. Some good prizes for 18 rounds. We can play all 18 rounds in one go. Let's go on with round 6 for the ceramic. Throw the cars in. I've worked out what goes first before clicking record, so this should be no trouble at all. The Mantra wins. Good twisty car that for a rare. My second Maxed Mantra wins on the second track. My Ford just wins. It was losing it at the last minute there, but it wins. Track 3 is a hairpin, wins against the Jaguar. And my off-roader has no trouble, should get some big numbers. 122. Okay, that is good. 3 stars. Let's see what the ceramic brings us. Ford, Subaru, Hyundai, Bentley, and a Ford Galaxy double super rare pack. Let's do round 9. We'll throw the cars in. It's quite a bit of RQ. It's not too difficult. I've got some good twisty cars. The Mountain Tour for the Citroen is no problem at all. This Dodge wins the drag, no problem at all. Hairpin just wins. Good. My other Citroen, yes, wins no problem on the twisty road. And this Dodge should have no trouble. Yes, good. 83 points against the Renault. And there it is. Chrysler Firepower. I already have it. It's not a bad car, but it's not that useful. And it's not worth keeping 2, so that's fuse material. Let's get on with round 12. Some big, powerful cars in this now. We shouldn't be too worried about these rounds. Race 1, the Radical wins quite easily, 76 points. Race 2 just flies off the line, 111 points, good. Race 3 for my green BMW, yes, easily, dominating this round. My Charger 3 beats the normal Charger. And the City Streets Medium wins nicely. Good. Easy. Let's see what this carbon fibre pack can bring us. Let's hope it's something good to finish with. Skoda, Aston, Alfa, Caterham, and a Jaguar ultra rare. I have 2 of the Max. They come in quite handy sometimes. They're medium. I'm not keeping a 3rd one. Let's do this last round. Round 18 for the Epic. It's not a difficult round, I don't think. The RQ's a little bit tighter, but should be fine. Their off-roader on the wet track doesn't perform well. My campaign Camaro should pick up the points. Yes, it does. Good. This green Holden is just a really useful car. Yep, 50 points against the off-roader. My Mustang beats out the other off-roader. Good. And my Radical is just a very light twisty car to bring in the last win. There we go, 3 stars, and there it is, the Ford F-150 Raptor. I've already got one. I will keep the second one. I do like off-road cars and off-road trucks. I'll probably make that second one drag spec. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it's been somewhat entertaining. I know these are quite long videos. If you've stuck with me to the end, I appreciate it. We've got some interesting videos coming up. Please subscribe to the channel. Have a bit of a browse of the other videos. But until the next time, we are done. Get yourself out of here.